Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chicago, where today we have another edition of Basketball Without Borders. I'm B-Ron. Joining me is Yells. We have the Latin American edition of the game today. Yells, it's so good to have you in the booth with me this afternoon.
Hey man, it's a treat for me as well. Happy to be here in Chicago. I still have my wallet, and that's good because we got young kids here at this game trying to show off their talents. And who knows, they may need a Gatorade after the game.
May need a Gatorade, a Powerade, something, right? I'm gonna help them out and as they get through this one here. And something to note here too, y'all. I noticed as we were preparing for the game, there's only 6 players on each of these rosters today, so you're only getting one guy that's gonna be a substitution today. So this is certainly very different from what we've seen over the last few Basketball Without Borders games.
For sure, but I tell you what, I hope these kids are ready to make the most of the moment because they're going to get a lot more playing time than some of these other kids, and that's what sports is all about, is being ready for the moment. Maybe not always being the man, but when you're called upon to be the man, you make the most of it, B-Ron.
Make the most of it indeed, what these young men are trying to do today, and let's see who's trying to make the most of their opportunities today for Team Blue. First, we have Leonardo Villalba.
I'm gonna let you have at it.
Yeah,
Do your thing.
Yeah. Look, I was rehearsing earlier, and I now I've gone away. Daniel Rojas, Benito Dominguez, Osvaldo Ferraz, Hans Pierre, and Giovanni Hernandez for Team Blue. For Team Gray, you have Carlos Rodriguez from SimWorld Atlantis, Yam Chichero from the Yacht Club, new face over there. And the last 4 high school recruits, Rodrigo Paredes, Joseph Young, Elias Becerra, and Santos Villegas. Those are the 12 players on each side today for Team Blue and Team Gray as we get rolling here.
And it's going to be a good one, B-Ron. This region of the world does not get a whole lot of exposure when it comes to the game of basketball. And to be fair, not a whole lot of, I would say, appreciation. But this game has come so far, and these kids get to show how this game is growing in those regions, even at a lower level. Because, look, they're 14, 15, 16-year-olds out here competing on a major stage trying to show that basketball is prevalent in their area. They're right here on SWBA TV, baby.
Absolutely, and there's a big three-pointer that goes right there. That one from Joseph Young knocking down that for Team Gray. And I also do appreciate today, if I might add, that the kids did not pull the old thru on us today. They have the right jerseys on today.
That's always good. That's always helpful for us calling the game, that it makes sense, B-Ron.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Help us out, kids, right? Well, look, I haven't had a chance to call a game with you yet this season as far as Basketball Without Borders goes. So, want to get your thoughts about the whole layout of it in general and just what you're looking forward to seeing from this kind of game.
Well, as I said before, I mean, again, I will repeat over and over, I am so pleased that we're able to get a display of basketball from this region of the world. You know, we're talking the Caribbean area, you know, Mexico and below, South America. You know, there's lots of basketball. The game of basketball is so international now, so seeing this is huge for me, and one of the, you know, least represented areas in basketball, number one. But the format, I love it. Just a single game, just 6 kids per team on the roster for this. So like I said, lots of exposure for them, but we're going to find out. Look at this offensive display on deck already. We're seeing good shooting. Not a whole lot of size out here, but what we're going to see, I think, is heart. Couple players I'm looking at, B-Ron. I am looking at Yam Chichero. Actually put so well on display by this region that he was able to garner eyes and attention from SimWorld Prep and one of the local teams in that prep circuit. So I'll be looking at him. The guy's really quick, has a good game. On the other side for Team Blue, I'm looking at Hans Pierre. I'm looking at that big kid. So those where my eyes are leaning today, and that's what I'm told the scouts will be looking at today as well.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing Yam Chichero. You mentioned him earlier, he'll be playing for the Yacht Club in SimWorld Prep this coming season. not playing with SimWorld Latin America.
Mm.
Instead, going with the yacht club there.
What you trying to say there?
It's not a surprise. I'll say that much.
Mm.
It's not a surprise because you see it a lot, especially with the southern region of the United States. A lot of the athletes that are from Cuba and other places like that are close to America will come over here anyway. Dominican Republic, they're already close enough anyway. Especially in sports like basketball and baseball, you see it a lot. So it's not a surprise to me to see it happen. But in the grand scheme of things, yes, it is. In Latin America, currently they have one roster spot left to fill. So maybe someone can fill that spot from this game. It won't be Hans Pierre, it won't be Elias Becerra because they're both already on the team. So it won't be them.
Yeah, I think we forget too, just speaking to how this region's really started to explode here recently. Juan Vazali is a name that became prevalent on national circuits, here, and on his way to college and playing in SimWorld U. So yeah, I think the eyes are starting. I'm sorry?
Pablo Guzman
playing for Duke.
Play on the same team.
Playing for Duke, yeah. I mean, hey, these kids are making it happen. Shout out to them and what they're doing within the region to bring eyes here.
We've also seen Edgar Fernandez, who plays for played for the Miami Hurricanes. He actually ended up getting drafted. If memory serves.
I believe so. I had to go back and I don't have those notes in front of me.
Go back and double check, yeah.
Yeah, made his way to SWBA, and who knows if he'll be on a roster to start the season, but he started his journey. He may be in the G League or some other league working his way through. But here he is. And look at that.
Man, we'll love to see. We got a good game on our hands so far here, y'all. This is what the people came to see.
For sure.
Faraz with it. All by himself on here on the wing. Now swings it out to the back to the middle of the floor, knocking down that jumper.
Valalba. Is that how you say that? Valalba. I'm enjoying it. I might have a little fun.
Of course. Look, you got to, right? Gotta have a little fun. These kids are having a lot of fun here today. So as far as starting this one out, scouts and the fans in attendance are enjoying it as well. We do have more Basketball Without Borders events going on down the road here. That floater up and in, nicely done. We've gone through a few of these already, but there are a few more still left to go through. We're in Latin America now. There's still 2 more left. Canada and Europe are coming up. And those will be this coming weekend, the 26th and 27th of July. So look out for those as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Canada. That's another region that doesn't really get the spotlight that I think it should. A lot of good basketball coming out of Canada. Lots. Absolute tons of it. You see it at the SWBA level now where you see guys and you say, man, I forgot this kid was from Canada.
Right. Exactly. Cachero trying to carve the ball inside. Can't score there. But yeah, the game of basketball really has exploded over the last few years to being a really worldwide sport, and we're seeing it at all levels, really. And if you look at the high school level, we talk about SimWorld Prep. It's been continuing to explode in popularity and come onto the scene, yells, and we covered that league extensively. But still, the point is, basketball is getting very, very big, and there's a lot more places for people to show their talent. And SimWorld Prep is one of the best places to do it. Throwing it down right there. Alba making his presence felt for sure.
This kid, hey, he's putting on a show so far in this one. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like how aggressively he's going to the basket. I like all these kids. That's the thing, the knock used to be on the international game is that these kids weren't as athletic. We see that they're as athletic now. The other knock is that maybe they were not as aggressive. It was more of a passive style approach, shooting jumpers and once they learn the skill set, the skill may be there, but the physicality is not there. We are not seeing that over the last few seasons, and I think it's being showcased in this basketball without borders that the younger these kids are, we still see them attacking the rim. There's no hesitation or any disregard in the physicality with these kids on the international level anymore, D-Ron.
No, absolutely not. And one of the things that I think that stands out from the international game over the American game, I'll say, is the fundamentals are there with the international game more so than the flash, we'll say, of the American game. I think that that's the biggest difference. I think a lot of the international players have those things down, and you can work on the explosiveness and things like that down the road. But solid fundamentals, that's needed in anything, and that's why you learn those first. Oh, alley-oop attempt denied. Team Gray back up the floor with it here, trying to respond. But yeah, go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
No, just genetics over time will prove that everybody's going to get faster and stronger. So these kids are in all regions. I mean, that's just happening. But the foundation, as you said, of the skilled game and learning, hey, you take the shots you give. Like nowadays, everyone's willing to close out hard on the three-pointer because that is the shot of preference. These kids are ahead of the game. They let you close out hard so they can go right by you. They are not settling for the jumper, and I love it.
They're not. There's
right on
a
cue.
jumper there.
Right on cue.
Yeah. Villeba's knocking down another one, man. He has come out firing here through the first quarter of play as we're down to the final minute of play here in this one. 4 10-minute quarters here in basketball without borders games. Go ahead, Josh.
No, I think the phrase that they call it when you come out like this is gangbusters. Is that it?
Gangbusters and Fuego, maybe today. We better want to use Enfuego. Oh man, gangbusters, hot, whatever you want to say, right? All in all, we got ourselves a 6-point game here, trying to make it 3. Can't do it there. I think it's 5, but I can't do math. It's fine.
It's all right, B-Ron. You're not the only one.
15 seconds jumper up, no good. Rebound, second chance. Up and in.
29 points in the first quarter. Again, for scouts and kids watching at home, I believe this is the highest scoring quarter in any of these basketball without borders games thus far. Latin America showing up in a big way.
Showing up in a big way indeed. 29-21, Team Blue out in front. All right, the second quarter of action here after this.
See the game, be the game.
Kyrie Irving, Melo.
What's up, Melo?
Did you hear what Foot Locker is doing with the Week of Greatness?
Dropping the freshest kicks as always.
They're doing a lot more than that. Instead of using some big name athletes and celebrities in the commercials, they're using them to do some good in the world.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Kyrie is me. Carmelo, of course I'm sure.
I need to call Anthony Davis. He's gonna love this.
What's up, Kyrie? I just heard. That's super cool they're doing that.
I know.
That's definitely gonna raise a few eyebrows.
I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Yo, Porzingis, you hear what Foot Locker's doing for the Week of Greatness this year?
Well, James Harden, I assume they're dropping more hot new sneaker releases than ever?
Of course, but they're also using all the big name athletes and celebrities to do some good in the world.
So instead of being in a commercial like usual, they're out in the real world doing good? That's cool.
Using all the big name athletes and celebs to do some good instead of being in a commercial? Sure is a cool idea. Reminding me of Damian Lillard.
Gentlemen, the open house is over. You'll have to be on your way.
What? Don't you know who we are?
We're back, B-Ron.
Whoa, I apologize. I was looking at my notes here and waiting on a cue, and I didn't get it.
B-Ron's in a daze over there.
I'm in a daze. I'm in a zone. I was checking my notes because I wanted to confirm the Edgar Fernandez bit that I dropped earlier. Fernandez is still with the Hurricanes. He did return for his junior season, but he also did play in the for SimWorld Latin America back in the SimWorld prep days. As we get started with the second quarter here, we have seen a good chunk of things throughout the first quarter. As we saw efficiency and we saw guys doing a little bit of everything in terms of filling up the stat sheet. And for the scouts in attendance watching the day, both for for regular high schools and the SimWorld Prep League in general, I think that is a good sign when you look at guys who you might want for your team. Efficient guys and guys willing to do a bit of everything.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been talked about, the media buzz. Normally there's kind of like a theme that'll go around, and it seems like it's the topic of the moment. And that topic has been recently here that, SWBA, although led by stars, it's really carried by the role players and the supporters, right? So the SWBA level, pro level, and even SimWorld U, they're not looking for the guy who can go out and get you 20 points. They're looking for a guy who can come in and fill a role and fill it well, and or do a little bit of everything. Can you come in and support our stars? You've heard me talk about it a lot behind the scenes, B-Ron. You know who I always say is the most important person in Batman. Is it Batman? No. Is it Robin? A little bit, but there's one more guy, and you know who it is? Alfred. He supports the team, and he's the reason they can go. So yeah, SWBA scouts and SimWorld U are looking at the same, because it can't be done without the kids that can come in and do a little bit of everything. You help the kids, the teams get to the next level.
Yeah, even SimWorld Prep scouts too, because a lot of these guys are looking to land spots on teams. Not all of them will, obviously, in SimWorld Prep, but still, if you show that you have some ability, someone will find a spot for you if they have the ability to do so.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if I can, B-Ron,
go ahead.
Let's talk about some of the people that are supporting us, if I can, really quick.
Yeah.
This is you guys' chance. Get your shout outs in the chat. We want to see what you guys have to say. Support your family, support your friends by throwing something in the chat that you want to shout out. Doesn't have to have anything to do with SimWorld. We'll get it out live in the chat for you. But in the meantime, we're going to shout you guys out. Shout out Emmanuel Blackman. Shout out to Coach McHubbardson in the building. Jay Midoriya. Sir, you had a nasty ankle breaker just the other day. Tough game for you, kid, but you had some highlight moments and the scouts were looking. Shout out Op James Gaming. Jordan Scott. Jordan Scott says, shout out to y'all. One of my favorite words picked up once I moved to the South was y'all. So yes, shout out to y'all. Juan Bazali in the building. Coach Red Bud, Khalid Kwan, and looks like I have a moment here. Shout out to the Drive, says Coach McHubbardson. Yeah, you shout out your team as a coach. Well done, sir.
Well done indeed. And a few more here before we get back to game action here. Jordan Scott, shout out TYC, because of course, why not shout out your guys. And Jay Midoriya, shout out to the best in the world. That can be many things, depending on who you're talking about.
We know who he's talking about. SimWorld.
Yeah, SimWorld. Yes,
sir. All right.
Yes, sir. AKA SimWorld team. Absolutely, Jay. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, my friend. As always. It's good to have all you here as well. Taking a little bit of time out on your, I was going to say Saturday, it's Sunday now, on your Sunday afternoon to spend it with us. Spend about an hour of your day with us, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
He's all from the corner, rattling home.
So let me ask you a question, B-Ron. You're a commentating extraordinaire. Do you take a moment and shout out subs when there's only one that can be made a game? Do you announce the substitutions when there's one guy coming in?
I never thought about that. As a PA guy, though, I would probably say you still do it. As a public address guy, I think you still got to do it. And even if we're on here on commentary, look, we'll call it out if we see it. It's one of those things, I guess. If we see it, catch it in time, we could definitely get that out there for people for sure.
Good defense there from Bakura. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Beautiful pass on the break there. Villegas running the floor. 37 points.
Man, what a start this has been.
Look at that float.
This one
in the middle of the court. They have some weird stuff going on here in Chicago. I tell you what, I'm gonna take that break right along with you, Ron. Yeah. We'll be back right after this.
Green light, let's get it. 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 I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Timothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back 8. I'm in the gym putting numbers up. You never there, you got bad traits. Never excuses or cover ups. Learn from the losses and bad breaks. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who said I wasn't him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the gospel. Check the score, yeah. See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Welcome back, everyone. 37-29, Team Blue out in front. And I had a minute while we were on our break there to look at one of the players for Team Blue who stood out to me so far in that first quarter. And I think for most people it was a pretty obvious thing here, so not too much surprise. Leonardo Villalba, he's from Rosario, Argentina. He's 17 years old, so if he were to come to SimWorld Prep, regardless of he only has 1 year left of high school play in general, but this is a guy, Yell, who is a pure offensive talent, and that was fantastic play right there from Team Gray. Throw that one down and cut the lead at the 6, but Villalba is a pure scorer, and if I'm SimWorld Latin America, I don't know if I have a guy on the roster. Really? Oh, what a block! Oh. But what a way to be in the right place at the right time after the block, though, man.
Turns into a pass, essentially. What a block, though.
Yeah. Oh, man. But if I'm SimWorld Latin America, I might be looking to try to get him on the roster with that last roster spot. I think that will help the team. And look at the alley-oop pass attempt from Chero. Just didn't get enough one. I like him. He was flipped out there at the end. Yeah. They have one roster spot, Yells, and I think Villalba would be a good fit for them for that final roster spot. And he's got Alabama interest from what I'm hearing as well, which Rich continue to get richer, I guess, potentially.
That's what I was gonna say. Who doesn't have Alabama interest right now? My goodness. Oh. I mean, hey, when you've gotten better as a team, the way they have, that organization, that program has really just kind of ramped up what they are in the SEC over the last few years. Yeah. There's gonna be eyes from everywhere, I think, and of course he's interested. We'll just leave it at that. Of course they're interested. Excuse me.
Right, exactly. Look, who wouldn't be? I guess at that point in time, right? Rojas to the basket. Nicely done. Rojas there. That's Daniel Rojas.
Oh, that's a good cross. That's good defense there. When he's able to finish through the contact, that was nice.
You love to see in these kind of games, y'all, what the guys can do. And oh my goodness, the offense is firing on both sides. We can barely get our points across.
It's insane. To be quite honest, it's quite insane how impressive the offense has been on both sides. The shooting, the skill, the willingness to attack. I think kids on both sides are showing things that you want to see. Things that you want to see if you are a coach at any level. So again, kudos to Basketball Without Borders putting this camp together, SWBA, putting this on display, because many people would not know that the game is like this in these regions. 47 points. They've got to be shooting over 50%, B-Ron. This is crazy.
It has to be. Villalba knocks down another one. He has been impressive. He's been one of the more efficient guys for Team Blue in this one. But that really doesn't matter when everybody in general has been putting forth some kind of great effort defensively. Another jumper from Villalba. That one was good. But I do think that this is the kind of game, y'all, where you look at it and you see who is going to do the little things when you have an offensive focused game like this. Man, Leonardo Villalba, very impressive start for him through the first half so far in this one. But who's gonna get the extra rebound? Who's gonna make him take the tough back, make the extra pass, open up a teammate? Those are the kind of things that I'm looking for in this game, besides obviously the main offensive and defensive attractions.
Well, I'll tell you what, I normally like to talk defense, but offensively, here's what I'll say about what I'm seeing. This Villalba kid, he's coming down and just taking jumpers beyond. The jumpers that he's taking, they remind me of, not that I was around, but you watch like on YouTube, like the pace of the 70s and 80s where they would just run full stop and then full stop jumpers just all over the court. But he's doing it with accuracy, and everybody on this court is as Palmer knocks it down. Jeez Louise.
Man, Palmer letting that one fly right into the bottom of the net. Good pass inside. Can't finish though there. I like the passing though that I'm seeing in general. I've seen Palmer, another one for Palmer, and he was very confident in that one. As soon as he let it go, he knew it was going in.
Yeah, he clearly did. Taking a little bit from the stateside kids there with all the celebration, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit of flash. I like it though. I like the flash. Villalba for 3. That one looks good.
That's probably the most open shot he's had all day, and he missed it.
Yeah. But a great pass inside. Foul on Faraz. We'll see some free throws here coming up for Team Gray. As we finally get a slow down play.
It had to be a foul to stop the ball. My goodness.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that there are a few kids here who play soccer, so they're used to the fast-paced, non-stop nature of the game. But man, this has felt like a soccer game so far.
No doubt, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Except for scores are happening.
Yeah.
You left out that important part. That is key.
I did. You're right.
My son played soccer earlier this year, really starting last year. B-Ron, and I enjoy soccer, but kids soccer, not so much. My God, you sit out there in the heat for an hour just for the score to end in 0-0. B-Ron, 0-0. No thanks. At least the kids got to work out. No, doesn't cut it for me.
Doesn't cut it at all. Dominguez on the glass there, got the second chance attempt there in the basket to go, and I am really appreciative as oh my goodness, I continue to watch these Basketball Without Borders games, y'all. I get more appreciative of the little things, and you know me, I'm a guy who likes to see little things in sports matter, because that's the kind of player that I was. I wasn't very talented, but I was doing the little things pretty well. So those things matter to me a lot, and seeing a lot of these kids today, like I said, making the extra pass, boxing out, grabbing extra rebounds, that kind of thing, setting timely screens. Those kind of things matter to me, and I've become more appreciative of it. I think this season in particular, this set of Basketball Without Borders games, the final 5 seconds of the half. Take away here. We'll get a shot at the buzzer here. No good, and we'll end it there. 59-45. Team Blue out in front as the first half comes to a close on the side. We'll be right back.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
Welcome back, everyone. Second half getting ready to get underway here in the Latin America Basketball Without Borders game, and boy, we have seen a offensive flurry from both sides in this one. 50% and 60% shooting from both sides, darn near 60 from both sides, really. Impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's been. There's not even words for it, B-Rod. I mean, they're up and down. The pace has been out of control. The shot making has been out of control. Like I said, I guarantee you there'll be a lot more scouts and coaches at this event next season, given what's going on right now. Young.
Oh, my goodness.
Picking up where he left off.
Picking up right where he left off. Not missing a beat at all. It's Joseph Young, one of the high school recruits. And the thing about it, too, is I'm sure that there are still teams, again, in SimWorld Prep who have maybe one or two offensive spots left, and there's a backcourt violation, the first row miscue of the game there from either side. But back to my point, we have a lot of teams in prep still who might have one or two spots left open. And if you have the EMs, I'm sure you see a game like this and you look at the offensive production in particular, you go, man, I'm going to try to get one of these guys on my team, right?
For sure. For sure. I mean, they're here. I'm not going to name some of the names. Look at that step, man. Oh. I'm not going to name some of the names that I see here in the building today. But they're here. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're here in the building, and if there's one thing we know, it's that scouts, coaches of all kinds are always watching, whether you're in person or not, right? Because you can pull up the game on your phone from your office and watch it there.
Don't you get me started, B-Ron? You trying to get me started? I see how you trying to do something a little slick there. And where can they watch it, B-Ron? YouTube, Facebook Gaming, LinkedIn, Twitch, TikTok, X. Instagram, there's no way that you can't see it. So yeah, they're definitely tuned in. And I'm hearing Rico's working on some things to get us on broadcast television. So I'll go ahead and throw that out there. We have some people behind the scenes trying to bring that type of visibility to the SimWorld Hoops. So big stuff on the horizon.
Broadcast network, that would certainly be something. That would be something. That's a big step if it happens.
Can't even wrap my head around it. Can't even get my head around it, but it does sound exciting.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. We'll hold on to that one until it happens first. And I'm sure once we know something, the SimWorld TV, the SimWorld executives will make it known, and it'll be, shared around everywhere. That's a big deal, right? Because that's a big deal. And I also see something in the chat too here from Damon Dory. Actually, it's $3.99. This experience is free.
It's not even $99, Midoriya. It's just free.
It's just free.
It's just free.
It's just free, man. Come and be a part of the best and rapidly growing, I'll say, sports RPG in the world. SimWorld Hoops. Our website, simworldsports.com. Discord is discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. We have all kinds of available for people. If you want to be a player, if you got the game, come be a player. But if you got the brain, and I know you got a brain, I know you play your fantasy basketball, your fantasy football, and all that. I know you do. But come be a coach here at SimWorld. You can actually interact with the players here in SimWorld. You can't interact with Patrick Mahomes and say, hey, load a ball video downfield. You can't do that. But you can talk to your team, your team as a coach in SimWorld, and you can also make your live coaching adjustments here in SimWorld as well.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, probably been hanging out with me a little bit too much. I heard that shit. I know you got a brain. Oh my God. But yeah, it's not a game, guys. It is not a league. It's a whole world. And as B-Ron's alluding to, you get EM signing bonuses for joining as a head coach. You can affect the game in a major way. Coaching live, the only place on the planet where you can do that is here in SimWorld. Live coaching in the middle of a game where you affect the outcome. That is a true coaching simulation for anyone who's ever wanted the experience, and there's only one place you can get it. Looking for coaches. We need them. These kids out here need coaching. They need guidance. They need that mentorship. Hey, forget if you got the brain, come be a coach. If you want to duplicate yourself, come to SimWorld where you can mentor the minds of RC young men. So yeah. Great place.
Absolutely. 1,000%. I was going to agree. Rojas fires another one. Gets it to go. Man, impressive. I can't say it enough. And I'm going to keep saying until the game's over. It's been an impressive performance here today from this Latin America game. My jaw's on the floor.
No, I mean, it's as it should be. It's pretty crazy. Both sides, I mean, there's a lot of talent. I'll tell you what, SimWorld Prep better watch out. This SimWorld Latin America is probably going to be looking pretty tasty in the next few seasons. It may even become a pipeline for some SimWorld U teams if they keep it up.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mentioned earlier, you see a lot of athletes, especially in the Cuban, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rican area of the world, go to Miami or Florida to play basketball and various other sports because they're pretty close.
Relative.
So it makes sense. Yeah, right. Relatively close. Yeah, it makes sense to me. So when I go there, you get the opportunity to go there. There's Florida, and there's plenty of spots in Florida for basketball. Florida State, Florida, Miami. That's just 3 schools right there, yo. Plenty of spots.
National championship. National champions just a season ago. Miami Hurricanes. Let's not forget. That team's going to be looking pretty good this upcoming season, too, B-Ron. You get Kevon Johnson back, and they brought in some other guys we talked about here. I think they may be reloaded. The coaching change is going to be the big one there with Lauren Naga leaving, but I think we could see something here.
I'll tell you what, though. I think with them getting Sean Miller to replace him, I think you couldn't have asked for a better guy to replace Laranaga there. Don't forget, Sean Miller did take Xavier to the hoops area. National championship game this past season. They ended up falling to UCLA, sure, but that team came out of nowhere late in the season, really turned it on to go on that magical run they get there, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So I don't think you could ask for a better guy to replace the legendary Jim Larnaga there. There's another three-pointer that falls there for Team Gray. Team Blue needs a timeout. We'll take one ourselves. Right back. Welcome back, everyone. 68-63. 4:18 left here in the third quarter of play of the Latin America Basketball Without Borders game. And if you're just joining us, you have come at a good time, but you've missed a lot of offensive explosion through really all of this game. You know, we've got 40 points combined between two players on either side, which is crazy. Between both teams, around 40-ish points between two players on either side. It's wild.
Yeah, it's bonkers. But again, the efficiency. They're shooting at an exceptionally high clip. Look at that finish there right as we speak. We've seen a lot of misses in these games where someone will say, hey, that is not getting finished. Big man's got to finish that. These kids are finishing their opportunities. We talked about making the most of your moment. Everyone in this game, you know, I don't know what coach told these guys about their scouting opportunities in this game. Win, lose, or draw, come out and show your best. They have all met the challenge of showcasing their absolute best in this one when the opportunity is being presented.
My
Oh
goodness!
Yeah. Got him! Got him!
Woo! Almost had something that got me off the air immediately.
I think the top place. Look at that finish. I'm telling you, these kids are bringing it, D-Ron. There's so many plays in this one that have been just spectacular that I don't think the average viewer is going to appreciate. And then there's even a few here that I think maybe the top viral plays already came out for SimWorld TV, but some of these would have definitely been there. I'm looking forward to see if they make it next week.
I was like, yeah, if anything, they'll be there next week for sure. Since that bit goes up today on Sunday. If you haven't seen it though, check it out on the YouTube channel. Go watch it, get it to 50 views.
Yeah, speaking of soapbox, we need called VODs, videos on demand. You guys can go back and look at views. We're not just talking live streams, we're talking about supporting all the shows here. Lots of media here that make this experience what you guys say it is. You guys have all voted that that's one of the things that makes SimWorld great. Go watch the videos. We have yet to have a show or a VOD so far in the past few months hit 50 views. That's not going to work, guys. Let's get those videos 50 views if you can. Help us out there. The same way this Team Gray is helping themselves out coming back in this one here, B1.
Absolutely, yeah. They are cutting in this lead. It's a 4-point game here as we're getting down to the final minute 30 here of the third quarter. It feels like, I don't know why, this quarter can go by as fast.
Look at that.
One cuts it to 1.
Wide open.
Diablo wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. Second chance basket, though. Nobody boxed him out.
I got it figured out here. If this kid is guarded, it's knockdown buckets. But if he's wide open, it's a little bit challenged. He likes the pressure is what I'm seeing, this reliable kid.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly. He is all about the pressure. Can't get the pressure point out of my head, and Dialba clearly likes the pressure. Wants to be contested with those shots. Wild to me. Also, I wanted to go back here in the chat. I saw something that I wanted to highlight from Jay Midoriya. He said, if you love basketball, this is peak, talking about SimWorld experience overall. And yes, that is correct.
You agree with him, Miran?
Absolutely peak content here in SimWorld. Thank you, Jay Midoriya, for that. I wanted to spotlight that comment. So I was like, you know what, that's absolutely right. He's 1,000% correct. I've never been a part of something that's like this. There's nothing else like it.
I'd add that B-Ron is totally impartial.
I'm not just saying that because I am a part, and I'm not saying it because that reason. I promise you that.
Total impartiality from B-Ron. Y'all know he's an impartial guy.
Total impartiality, exactly.
But yeah, I'm kind of great. Look at that bucket there. Is that Young again? That is a tough shot.
Please no. Him and everybody else feels like all games have been taking and making shots like that. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Team Gray, chance to tie here. Chero with it inside.
Pass and another big time finish.
Yes.
How about that laser of a pass, B-Ron? He sent that thing down there. The court vision is find his man down low, the willingness to make the pass, and the strength to really just zip that ball in there, man. Looking like Steve Nash out there.
Yam Chichero.
Yum.
He has been one of those players who came in and talked a little bit of smack to some people. But it seems like back up on the floor, which is good.
Hey.
Final 5 seconds here. Other third quarter taken away. Villalba for 3. Good! What a way to end the third quarter. 82-79. Villalba at the buzzer knocks it down. Fourth quarter action coming at you. It'll be time pretty soon, folks, to do, you know what? Put those scores up.
Pedro. Go over. Pedro, my man! We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk.
What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all. Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
You know what time it is. Put those scores up, folks. Fourth quarter is here upon us. 82-79. Team Blue out in front here. And it has been an electric game all game long, it feels like. But for me so far, and I think most can agree with this once we say the numbers here, right? Standout is on Team Gray. Becerra today. I'm going to get his whole name on. Elias Becerra. 29 points, but he has been incredibly efficient. He only missed, what, 2 shots?
That's
14
crazy.
to 17?
That's crazy. They have not all been dunks, but that motor that he's shown getting up and down the court, beating his man back, even though at times where he's grabbed the defensive rebound, he still beat his man down the court. That is incredible. It's not just speed, it's a willingness to push yourself and get down the court. And then, look, the kid's got a lot of size. He's shown some defensive ability and some touch around the rim as well, some soft hands. So I'm a big fan of what I'm seeing.
Exactly, and Becerra is a member of the SimWorld Latin America team. Will be playing for them this season. I'm sure they are looking forward to seeing what he can do. That will actually be his first season in SimWorld Craft.
Hey, wait a minute.
Believe.
Was that Chichero with the bucket? Let me go ahead. We're going to try and see if we can get this started. When Chichero scores a bucket, B-Ron, all we got to say is yum, yum. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum.
He's hungry, and he's hungry for buckets. Yum, yum.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm with it. We can do that.
Get that rocked out with us, chat. Chichero gets a bucket anytime for the rest of his career. We know he's gonna be a big time. We're gonna follow him as a fan. Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Hopefully you grow to be a star, young man. If not, you are at bare minimum. You are our now I forget his name. Our guy from the Clippers. You know I always bring him up. You are our Boban. You are our Boban at minimum. Yum yum.
Boban Radmanovic.
Marjanovic.
Oh man.
Whatever it is.
Marjanovic, but Barjanovic. Don't like that. you get what we're trying to say, right? About that. You get it. You get what we're saying. But back to Becerra though. He is from Belize. Paraiso, Belize? If I'm pronouncing it right. And that's wrong, right?
You asking me? We'll do it.
But he's 6'10", 223 in high school, and he's just 16. He's just 16.
I'm still waiting to get that tall.
It's insane.
Still hasn't happened.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my growth spurt.
I'll be patient.
Waiting for my growth spurt at my age of redacted.
Oh, that's a good pass.
You never know. Good pass, jumper. Good. Man, how many different ways can you say the score has been insane? Offensive production has been insane for both sides. How many ways can you say it, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back in the stat books and see the last time that someone's dropped 100 in a basketball without Borders game. If it's ever occurred, because we're on the cusp of that at the pace these kids are playing at. And it's not like there's not defense going on. There is, quality defense. It's just these kids have a motor like we've never seen.
Yeah, we have seen some great closeouts on some shots today. And we've seen these kids make baskets through contact with drawing fouls, of the few that have been called, shooting fouls and the like. But the point is, like you said, the motor that these kids are exhibiting today is really just second to none. And I think, again, a good portion of that has to do with the fact that, again, this is the Latin America region, so a lot of these kids probably have experience playing soccer in some way, shape, or form. So I think you need to have a high motor to play soccer.
You think so?
Because I think so. That's a sport. That's a sport that really doesn't have many stoppages in play. And you have to be able to, one, pace yourself, but two, have the high motor at the same time to keep going.
Very similar to basketball. That's what I talk about. I was discussing it with one of my colleagues there. It's like really, but you have 3 sports where you don't stop. You get to stop in football. You get to stop in in baseball, long stoppages. I know that's your first love, B-Ron. No ill comments here. Hockey, you get to stop.
No shade.
Basketball, it is a full sprint back and forth down the court. Soccer, much of the same, although there can be some breaks. And tennis, my first love. You get some breaks in there, but as rapid as you have to move, I guess there are stoppages there. But really, yeah, soccer and basketball, there's no stopping. You got to bring it the entire game.
Yeah. I would also put hockey in similar vein too. It's definitely fast paced, and there are different groups of people, so you are getting your rest, sure, but it's still a very fast moving game.
Absolutely.
So I think you got it right though. Basketball, soccer, hockey, or football as it's called in some places, and tennis.
In tennis, I digress. You get to take a few more breaks there, but they're just so rapid. Like you have to be in peak shape. Let's not forget rugby. Yes. Shout out to rugby.
Right.
For those who know rugby, like I know rugby, what I mean to say is league. If you know, you know.
Yes, rugby is definitely one of those sports where it's a very constant, fast-moving sort of thing. Shout out to the Springboks, the South African rugby team.
What are they?
Springboks.
Springboks.
Yes, Springboks. Yes.
Huh.
They're a very pretty animal. They're actually South Africa's.
That's an animal?
Country. Yes.
Springbok?
Springbok. Yes. It's
B-O-X?
Almost. B-O-K.
Oh, I thought you were saying Springboks, B-Ron. That's what I call ladies in summer dresses. Springboks.
That's crazy.
It is early Sunday morning. No one's hearing this, B-Ron. I'm safe. We're safe. I'll cover your fines if you get caught up in this one. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. But they're actually almost deer-esque if I could compare them to anything. Oh my goodness! That fadeaway jumper at that range is insane.
That's highly skilled. We're seeing a lot of physicality from him, but right there we just saw a lot of skill. That's not a shot you hit on luck.
Yeah, if you take that from the block here that you're seeing on screen, that's one thing. But to take that from darn near the free throw line, that turning around, fading away, is insane skill.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Springbok.
That one good.
He's on a tear. He's on an absolute tear.
Absolutely on a tear. This is insane. We're definitely gonna get one team at 100 for sure. Vaquero steal up the floor here comes Gray.
Look at the physicality there too, B-Ron, how you use that. He dropped his shoulder. You know I tend to talk about this often. Not just the ability to drive, dribble, handle, or even make the layup, but the intelligence and the physicality to say, hey, let me drop my shoulder and let me get some separation on my man by just dropping his shoulder. Give him a little tap while he's moving backward. I don't have to extend my arm. I don't have to get the Shea Gilgeous on where I extend the arm and is this offensive foul or not. If I can get low enough to put my shoulder into his chest, I can create separation organically. And now this layup is a lot easier. All of that I just said is not generally something that a 17-year-old kid's understanding.
Absolutely. And that also goes to show maybe how well he understands his own strength too, right? Because I've heard you say it before, especially when you talk about a guy like Reza Red, for example. Sometimes it takes kids longer to go into their bodies, right? But a play like that shows you that he knows what his body can do in that respect.
Absolutely. Self-awareness. Big part of the game, big part of sports, big part of growing as a person. That's why team sports is so important. You learn these things as you learn about yourself and you're able to do things for others. That's why he's going to be a great player on a team for someone else here in the future as he continues his career. He knows his capabilities. He knows exactly what he's capable of. Therefore, he can go out and give maximum effort and feel good about it for someone else's team here in the future and allow that team to thrive and those players to empower themselves as well.
Absolutely. And that was Viega there. That was a great work from him. Because that's who we're talking about here in this instance. As we resume play here, 4 minutes left in this one. 95-89. And Team Blue holding on, but Team Gray is giving them a fight here in this one. Love to see it. There's a foul. No basket that time.
Surprised he didn't finish that.
Yeah, right? Absolutely surprised he didn't finish that one. That was an effort kind of play to not only get to the line, but now the chance here to cut into this lead a little more and make it a little more interesting down the stretch here, because it is interesting, but it can get even more, is my point. There it is, 5-point game with that first one. We were talking about a 100-point game earlier, y'all. Have we seen an overtime game? I don't think we've seen one of them either in all the seasons that we've been doing Basketball Without Borders here.
Not in Basketball Borders Without Borders game. I don't believe so.
Well, we might have. This is the first time for everything, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, we close down here. 4-point game. 3:40 left in this one. Can't leave the lane wide open. Back. 3, no good, but look who's there on the glass. Flamingos.
Good job of following the shot, positioning his body there, reading where the ball was going to go, and also knowing his teammate. I think he could tell that Villalba was going to put that shot up before it ever went up, so kudos to him knowing what's coming.
Yeah, because Villalba had the lane. He had the lane. I was waiting for him to take it, and he never did. They were shading him and giving him the lane. I have my thoughts on that kind of defense. It feels weird to me, but I understand why it's done. It feels weird to me. I guess that's why it works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't.
And what's weird about it, D-Ron? Let's hear it.
So if I see somebody giving me the space, I'm greedy. So in my head thinking you're gonna give me that, I'm faster than you are. I'm gonna take that and go by you real quick. So that I don't like giving you the space and to say, hey, take it. Okay, fine. I'll take it and I'll just make it. If you're gonna continue to do that, then I will continue to exploit it until you stop doing it.
So you're a believer if someone gives you something, you go ahead, you take that opportunity. You don't pass up on the opportunity.
No. Not in that instance. Absolutely not. No. Because to me that is a sign of disrespect. You think I can't do it?
I'm gonna prove you wrong. Watch this.
Exactly.
Watch this.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Especially because again, I've shared the story on a recent 30 Shorts. But when you see a guy like me on the floor, right, you might look at me and go, oh, he's not that good, whatever. But if I could prove to you in just one instant to look out for something from me, then I've got in your head, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So guys, what B-Ron is saying is he is literally the living embodiment of don't test my gangster.
Pretty much. Don't test it.
I like how you said it really forcefully, B-Ron. You scared the hell out of me here this morning. I will not test your gangster, sir. And that goes for the rest of you suckers on this broadcast, too.
Guys and gals in the truck are having a good laugh at this, I'm sure. Jump ball, look at that. Young Chichero tying it up here.
Yum, yum.
I love it. I love the intensity we're seeing from Yum Yum today. I saw a post from SB Live right around the time the game started. It was a prediction that Young Chichero was going to shine in today's Basketball Without Borders game.
Somebody knew what the hell they were talking about, didn't they?
Yeah. Somebody knew what they were talking about today.
2.5 minutes though here, B1. Somebody's really going to have to show some different things here.
Absolutely. Blue could not get to 100 on that one. Look, now it's just the Race to 100, but at this point we're watching it now. Blue needs 1 point to get there. Gray a little more work to do to surpass and we have to get to 100 to win the game at the very least. Vaquera on the inside, spinning in. Good!
All night he's been doing this. Or all afternoon,
Man.
excuse me.
Yeah. Been certainly impressive. I know we got a minute 45, but I find that funny, yo, that we talk about basketball as always being a nighttime sport. It's always tonight, or it's never today. Probably because it's an indoor sport, right? Most times,
Might
level
be.
anyway.
It might have a little something to do with it.
It's indoors, but everybody always defaults to tonight, and also probably because a lot of the games in your pro league take place during the evening and nighttime as well. So some depending on where you are, starting at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern time, depending on where you are. Down to all the Lakers fans on the East Coast, I guess, in their home.
It's got to be tough. It's a tough life right there.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just being a Lakers fan. I'm talking about being a Lakers fan on the East Coast, B-Run. You all right. That's got to be challenging. How committed are you?
Right. You want to stay up till 1 in the morning to watch the team play? Like, be my guest. Oh, be my guest. Put on the floor.
Have a seat.
Down as well.
Showed him a way to the floor, and it was in the form of a little shimmy and then a spin around there. Oh, look at that move.
Oh, hop step into a Euro step into the
70 seconds left, B-Ron. Look at that. Villegas finishing off the pass from Yum Yum, and we've got ourselves a game.
We sure do, my friend. Yam Chichero setting up his teammate. And Santos Villegas getting the dunk and the chance for a three-point play here to make it 101-98 with 108 left in this one.
The crowd's getting going here. This has been an exciting one here for the fans here who love high school basketball. Basketball without borders camp here in Chicago. You can't get that up there.
Yeah, gotta get back down the floor. You gotta be quicker than that. Hold the dollar back on. Now Vaquera working in the post.
Jeez.
Through the contact again. Team Gray guys start fouling here soon, I think.
Yep.
Well, there it is.
Are you coaching, B-Ron?
I might be. Barely. Problem is, you get a guy who's been really efficient throughout the day at the line here. There's Leonardo Biamba. Again, not committed anywhere for his high school basketball as far as playing in one of these top high school leagues. He could play for his local high school in his own country. He's looking to find his way on to a program present here in SimWorld Prep. He does knock down both free throws there.
You got seconds here, B-Ron. As quickly as you can get this out, because I did want to get this point out and you brought it up with the segue. How much has SimWorld Prep done for the international game?
A lot. It's done a lot. Put a lot of people on notice, a lot of talent around the international side of the game. There's a jump ball. Another one here. Get a little chippy here down the stretch. Now motion is starting to come out a little bit here. Saw the guys fighting for the ball and knocking it away from the other, and maybe saw a little laugh that came between the two.
But you were saying, B-Ron?
I was saying that, yeah, Basketball Quarters and SimWorld Prep in general has done a lot for the international scene. There was a time back when covering Ground Zero season, when we weren't sure how much of an impact we'd really have. But we've seen as time has gone on, the talent gotten better and better, and that's the hope, right? As time goes on, the talent gets better, and we've seen that over the last few seasons, from the Ground Zero season to the upcoming season 4 of SimWorld Prep in general. That's what we've seen.
Yeah. Well, good one down to the wire here. We're going to see what happens. 6-point game, 30 seconds. This is by no means over.
No, absolutely not. By no means is this over. There's still plenty of time. With the way the offense has been going, too, right? You can see that be made up in 5 seconds. Can you score 2 baskets in 5 seconds? Sure you can. Right here exists.
Let's turn to Derek Fisher for an answer on that. He knows.
Yeah.
If no one knows, he knows.
He knows. Tracy McGrady knows. Reggie Miller knows. It's certainly possible. Team Gray doing the inbounding here. Villegas will bring the pass in to Becerra. Becerra jumper, no good. Shot clock has been turned off, and yeah, that's a tough one.
I like that he's willing to take it, and I think that's what scouts will say. He had no hesitation. He got to the spot that he wanted to get to at that elbow. That's where he's been knocking down shots and doing damage all day. Just didn't get it to go though, and that's gonna happen.
Right, and also too the urgency, knowing the situation too, Yells, knowing you can't take a lot of time to get a shot off quickly.
Right.
So you can find the best one you can.
Great IQ showing there for sure.
1,000%. 15 seconds left in this one. The alley-oop! Villegas!
Wow. It's not over, B-Ron. What are we watching here?
Certainly is not. As Yam Chachero
B-Ron.
fouled barely and hits the foul. Yeah.
When we got into this offseason, did you have any thought? I know you're the nice guy. Did you have any thought that the SimWorld Basketball Without Borders Latin American game would probably be the most exciting one to date?
No, I had no idea. I thought it would be the Doxson Showcase just ended, or the Mount Rumble that's ended weeks ago. One of those two. I didn't see it being this game. Not a knock, just the known quality of talent is more to where I'm going with that one, right? Though.
Look at that. The intelligence to not even bring the ball down. I really like what I've seen from Becerra. He's not going to pick up the win here, but again, high school kids, if you're tuned in, SimWorld Prep kids, if you're tuned in, you got to know the difference. These summer games, off season, a lot of this is about your development. It is not about wins and losses. I know you want to compete, and I know that sounds like an oxymoron for someone like me who's always counting wins and losses, but this is really about your development. If you can do some of the things that Becerra's been able to do here tonight, and that let me get the other name here. I'm sorry, Villalba and Hudson been able to do, then you're going to go a great way, great distance in your career. This is what scouts are looking for. So just continue to grow. All losses are not losses. Sometimes the L is the learning experience. So great showing for everyone.
Exactly. Great show for everybody today. Team Blue takes this one 109-103. Wrap up the season 4 edition of Basketball Without Borders from Latin America in Chicago. Thank you, y'all, for joining me. I'm B-Ron. Remember, you guys, SimWorld's the only place you can see the game, be the game, and we'll see you back here for more basketball very soon.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.